It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I kind of want to save. So this one. It does actually have your name listed on there. Okay. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help that much. Yuri is clearly an introvert, and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything. But I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feeling aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Oh, I'm going to visit my bestie. Rather than asking, I simply tell her, I'm coming over much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. That's weird. I mean, they were like separate for a year or so. That rule could have changed. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't always on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom. Well, yeah, where this fun happens. Where I finally find her. Sayori. Hi, Salty. I sit down in her room. Oh, you got a cool little cow and a chicken and a ficus. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. Don't look too bad. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Hehe. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Wonder how she know. Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori has already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan a meet-up or anything. And so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just want to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Salty. Eh? Why can't it just be like it always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't go so weak and accidentally express my feelings. If I didn't make this stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't be thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Oh, damn, girl. Sayori. I just grab Sayori by the shoulders. That's a lot of deep shit for some anime titties. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. One second, I'm gonna sneeze. False alarm. You really put me in a trap, Salty. Thank God. Sorry, microphone users. Headphone users. But I feel better. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're just really gonna make me say it, aren't you, Salty? I guess I have no choice this time. Okay, one of two reasons. One, she's a magical garment girl. Two, she has postpartum depression. I want the first one. It's gonna be the second. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. That's why I just want to make everyone happy without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Does she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. That's not what you tell a girl who just came out that she has depression. That's the last thing you should say. I know your name is Salty, but God, I should have named you Common Sense. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even though if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Salty. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. Like banging Yuri. Or Natsuki, you perv. I don't want to care about. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes. But also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. It's horrible. But that's part of depression, you know. A lot of comedians, you know, who, you know, Robin Williams, want people to be happy, are the ones that feel horrible because they know what it's like to be without happiness. Okay. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right, but I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Salty. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. So her episode came out more violently when I joined the club. She thinks it's her fault because she wants me there. I think. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Salty. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Salty. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Whenever you show her like this compassion, dude, it hurts her even more. So you're doing her a bad right now. Please don't do this. Okay, I wanted to check on something. Salty. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Nope. But all I want is for her to know that I care. Oh, that's nice of you. You're also being it. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Salty. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets go of me. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. Damn, Salty, you keep making all these promises to these girls. I think that would be nice, then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. But I got prior engagements. I'm gonna leave the depressed girl all alone in her room. 'Cause I'm a good guy. Of all days, this had to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for you to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along with and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Yuri shook her head. Yeah, come be a third wheel. I'm sure that would make her feel amazing. I'm sorry. I don't know if that'd be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over, too. I think Sayori's right. I shouldn't be worried too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri! Oh, thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time?
No, I've been here camping all night. No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. Thought they were on to me.
You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home.
No, I suppose that's true. But that would leave a paper trail. I didn't think of that for some reason. You don't want to leave a paper trail. That's like number one on Harry's list.
It should be common sense to do that. But I decided to ignore it. Hope it doesn't put me to my grave. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you.
That's right. Did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well?
Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right.
Yeah. Rope, shovel, bone saw, yeah, oh yeah, and a tarp. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, and bleach. Oh, I forgot the bleach.
I take Yuri to my room. Hey, nice room, dude. First thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious.
It's so clean. A boy's room.
Uh-huh. I cleaned it before you came over, so...
That's very considerate of you to do.
No. It would be really embarrassing for my room to be a mess while you were here.
Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean.
That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Oh, she's after the Playboys.
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out.
It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She put both my hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started?
Yes. I have a few things planned that you could help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements.
Atmospheric enhancements?
You know, mood lighting, aromathetical candles.
Oh wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far.
Of course. It has to be just right.
I want to help take our guests to a
faraway place. Heaven or hell. Probably hell. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I've determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more.
That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person.
Intense?
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
Is that a bad thing?
Not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Don't kill me.
Is that so? That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy.
Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little.
Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. Horse tranquilizer. You go ahead and take your dose. I'll just hang on to mine. I was going to use them during the poetry event. In the punch.
Oh yeah, like what?
Let's see.
Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object.
I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? In the darkness, our sins can be revealed.
Yeah, that'd be really neat. What's that wooden thing? Is that a cross? I'm not a vampire.
Oh, this? It diffuses for essential oils. It separates the blood from the human. It's really useful. Want me to show you how it works?
How familiar are you with
aromatherapy?
Aromatherapy. Not familiar at all. I don't even know how to say it, apparently.
Oh, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you've chosen, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic.
Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole in the top. Wow, that smells... And that's when the cyanide kicks in. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for?
This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than your relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotion and helps you feel the flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that'd be perfect for sharing our poems?
It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for?
Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get?
Yeah, I have it over here.
We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them.
Oh yeah? What would those be used for?
Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper on the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eyes of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. And that's when we'll get them.
That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri.
Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it.
Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys.
Here's a marker, Salty. You can write any character you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons.
Ah, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbons to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Oh god, this is how it goes. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. It's no ordinary pocket knife.
It's a sacrificial knife.
It looks really fancy.
Ah, only the best for you, Salty. Well...
Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it?
You're gonna think it's weird?
Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? I will accept you as a serial killer. I won't talk. You know?
If you promise you won't be weirded out.
Yeah, I promise.
Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship, feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this.
Uh-huh.
You're laughing at me. I kill people who laugh.
No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you.
Suits me?
Yeah, it's kind of intense. Yeah. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. You know what would look even better? Without my blood. I can't deny that.
It is, isn't it?
Yuri relaxes her expression once again.
Would you like to hold it? Would you like to wear it?
Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow.
Salty! Why did you do that?
I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all.
It's my fault. I should have warned you. I've sharpened it on the skulls of 1,000 babies. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no.
A smaller blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look.
Oh, sweet blood.
She stares at it and noticeably fidgets.
If you're squeamish,
I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curling around my finger. Ew, that sounds gross. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back.
Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking.
Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri.
That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry.
Sure was a little weird, and it took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. Nah, you probably shouldn't lick your friend's fingers. Yeah. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? That might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and I lick her index finger in return. Yeah, that's weird.
Salty!
Yeah, it is kind of salty.
Did you really just do that?
Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now.
You're so weird, Salty.
Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that.
Where do you keep your bandages?
I don't think I need one, actually. It was just a tiny cut. Looks already stopped bleeding.
I see. That's relieving.
The tension is quietly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife through the ribbons like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbon, we lay them all. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri.
Oh, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task?
Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind?
I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablet.
Oh, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of a watercolor paint tablet.
We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us?
Of course not.
6 cups of water?
Oh, 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute.
Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it might be too diluted.
Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paints that drip, then bring it back into my room. Yuri!
Yes?
I came in and see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything?
No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint.
Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablet, dropping them into the cups.
So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. All will die. Join our literature club before it's too late.
We can hang it on the wall beside the podium at the front of the classroom. Oh, neat. What are you going to write?
Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you.
Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. Okay. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on banners with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing.
I'm sorry if this feels too childish.
No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know?
Yeah, it's fun. I'm glad you feel that way too.
Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself.
For me, I need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. It's just sometimes when the moonlight hits, darkness develops in my heart, and I need to feed. It's just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy.
Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about anything like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently.
I knew you'd understand.
Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. So sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt?
No, I'm not hurt. Just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me.
It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paints on Yuri's face and neck.
Is there something on my face?
Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I wash out and I fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong?
It's hot. I just didn't expect it.
Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist.
Wait.
Eh?
Just for a little longer. It feels really nice.
I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes, an intense expression that I recognize from where she reads her books. It's almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? It is the aroma of the jasmine oil, giving me this dizzy feeling. Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away.
Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out.
It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forcing to ignore the events that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking.
I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results.
Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now?
Not yet. Needs to dry first.
That's true, but won't that take a while?
Well, perhaps it'd be less to leave it here, and then have you bring it in that morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay?
That's totally fine.
Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you are at least enjoying yourself a little bit?
No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done.
I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon.
So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work.
Well, I guess we could always just go for pizza.
Yuri thinks to herself.
I think it'd be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well.
It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker.
No, it's not your fault at all. The important thing is that we got everything done right.
Yeah.
So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything?
Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean that's just the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door.
Thank you very much for having me today.
No problem. I'm glad I was able to help.
Just let me know if there's anything else you need to bring to...
Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow.
I will.
Well then. Yuri fidgets.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over. And we can go out somewhere. I forgot. You don't like that, going out much. As I stumbled over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, don't? So,
you're very thoughtful, Salty.
Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand.
I kind of like that about you.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? Don't ever get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back.
Sayori!
Uh-oh. Hi, Salty. Sayori. Just now we weren't. It's okay, Salty. I just stopped by to say hi.
Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave.
Oh, really? That's too bad.
I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right?
Of course. Sayori beams.
Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Ah, well. I tried staying in my room, but I can't help but think you were probably Yuri. But my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, just that everything the dark voices were telling me was true. How much fun you were having with Yuri. How close you got to her. Makes me really happy that you made such a good friend. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Salty? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Potato snap. Sorry. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Salty. If I was here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. There she goes, saying she's selfish again. Monica was right. I should just... Monica was right about what? Sayori? What I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. I'm totally not balancing 2 or 3 or 4 chicks. What makes you think that? Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Salty. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Salty. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always knew what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. That's what I'm going to give you. Sayori. Oh my god, you could be a dick. I don't think it's gonna matter at this point, but you know. I don't want to be. Baby cakes. I love you. Those are my true feelings. I mean, come on, we've been pushing for her like the entire time. We're gonna have to tell her. Shoot, we love you. We love you, girl. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spend time with everyone at the club. Making new friends. and having fun with you every day. It helped me realize that I'm just a classic anime trope. That you're truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. Oh, well, actually, I have a school payment, and I have to buy this, and I have to buy that. Sorry. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Salty. Aww. That's sweet. That's our main character. That's the first time we've seen him. Back of his head, at least. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Salty. Is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. Except for after breakfast. I love you, Salty. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now. Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Salty. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. It's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everyone to be the same as it always has been. If we really are a couple, I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Salty. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Well, you might want to go to therapy, get some antidepressants, talk about your feelings, go to psychiatrists. I don't really understand what Sayori meant by that. Are you saying that this makes you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I feel like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt much more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until they are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me. And I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. Damn. This is some legit crap. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that it's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I may have forgot about my own best friend's feelings. I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Salty, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. I got a really bad feeling. Right in the pit of my stomach. Oh boy. We're gonna take a ride on the Phil's train. We're going on a Phil's trip. Okay. That's funny. I thought at least you would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. That must be the ones she's prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. It's called Green Eggs and Ham. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she's overslept again. That dummy. You think that on days that important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Salty. I mean, especially after you exchanged with her yesterday. How do you know about that, Monica? You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Oh, you little shit. Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But I stammer. Embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we were a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone else. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlet? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I gathered one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Okay. I'm checking for secrets. Whenever I go to the history, I'm just looking for something, okay? Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki's and Yuri's poem from the one they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she's practiced. It's the one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head. 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 Get out. Get out. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Salty? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori now. Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I want to check for secrets. Yeah, okay. Nothing. I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simplest gesture of walking her to school makes me really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that thing will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallowed. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That is really something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knocked on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I didn't really want her to have to enter her room like this. It's kind of a breach of privacy. But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh God, don't be. No! Sayori, no, that's not how you clean your room. That's the opposite of cleaning a room. Oh God. Oh, sayonara. Oh, an exception has occurred. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. I want to check it. Come on, come on. Ah! One of these days we're gonna see secrets. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't remember what my eyes are showing me, what I can't believe. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best, and that's everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts kept telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do brings her back. There isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. And I still couldn't do what she needed for me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Hot damn. Okay. Okay. We're having some technical difficulties here. Alright, guys. Before we end this video, I wanted to say that I hope everyone's doing well and that, that didn't really come too much of a surprise. Don't kill yourself over it. But I do want to express that, if you do know somebody who has depression or you feel has depression, you might want to go ask them if they need any help. Don't be like salty and be like, I'm going to do everything for you, baby. No. Help them through their trying. Help them through their trials, man. Try to be a support, but not a burden. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to end the episode here. Y'all take care, and see you next time.